Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Queen Simrenity and this is my first video. I figured I'd start with just kind of a let's play, and I got the idea from Plumbella. She has a series I really like called Giving Sims the Life They Deserve, and I figured I would do that with Agnes Crumplebottom because she's always been one of my favorite townies ever since she appeared as the old lady with the purse in Sims 2 Nightlife. And I thought it was super fun when I first saw her in Sims 3 when I first started playing. So I'm just going to open up her file here. I think it's funny that it says men are after her fortune when she only has $20,000 to her name, which granted is more than I have right now. I guess I see a lot of Let's Plays for The Sims 4, and I would love to do a Let's Play of The Sims 4, but I do not have a gaming PC or the money to buy Sims 4. So let's begin. Alright, jumping right in here, I'm going to start by giving Agnes a makeover, which was always my favorite part of The Sims, and my favorite thing to do when I was playing files that belonged to townies instead of making my own sim. I want to keep on that sort of like cute 1940s thing that she's got going on, but I want to make her look a little bit less shister shad, as one might say. I don't actually know if that's still a relevant meme or not, but it's one I still use, so it's one that you guys have to hear. I'm using some custom content, but I'm not going to be using cheats or anything to alter her bone structure or the body type of the actual sim. I want to stay with her original look, just making her look as cute as possible with any kind of like makeup or hair that I have already downloaded and installed into my game, which I checked and it is from 2009, which I think is wild. I almost wish that I still had some save files from my 2009-2010 self, because they definitely would have been hilariously cringy. For sure, a lot of making myself in The Sims and then making various people that I had a crush on, and then playing out specific scenarios in the family. I can't dwell on that too much, or it's going to start to get weird, as all of us who have ever played The Sims can understand. So to start off her perfect life, I think that she should no longer be a widower, and I'm imagining this scenario is that she just has like a really perfect super 40s or 50s nuclear family. So what I'm doing right now is I'm having her make ambrosia, which in The Sims 3 is a dish that if your sim makes it, I think it resets them to the beginning of their life state. So if they're like a young adult about to transition to an adult and they eat ambrosia, it will transition them back to the beginning of young adult. And if a ghost eats it, I believe it resurrects them. I've never actually resurrected a ghost this way, but I believe they'll eat it autonomously if you leave it out. So I've skipped ahead a little bit here, and this is Eric's ghost, which has just appeared in the evening, and he's just kind of floating around aimlessly right now, just stressing me out a little bit. But okay, here we go. Here we go. So now he's, I think, gonna eat the ambrosia. He will be resurrected. Because I've never done this before, I'm actually not sure if he's going to be resurrected as her husband, since it says they did get married at the beginning of the game, but he died, or if he's going to be resurrected and he'll be a stranger. Knowing The Sims, he's probably going to be a stranger when he's resurrected, but a girl can dream. I've just got Agnes, like, sleeping on the couch right now to pass the time while he slowly consumes this, but I think we're going to see in a second, if he actually will be resurrected or not. Okay, here we go. So he is fully flesh and blood again, and of course. So he's a stranger to her. Even though she's his widow, she has to do a friendly introduction, and to be frank, probably is part of the life she deserves. I should give her this like amazing dream wedding, which is one of my favorite things to do. I think it was more so my favorite thing to do in The Sims 2, when you had the wedding arch and everything, and you could make a huge event out of it. But what I'm going to do, because right now I just want to get this show on the road, is have her just continuously flirt with him over and over again until their relationship ups, and then I can have her propose marriage, and they'll just get married right here, as if nothing ever happened and as if he never died, which I know is probably stupid, but this is how I play The Sims. You're getting an authentic experience right now. Ooh, she wants to paint a portrait of him, which I'll lock on that desire, and I'll have her do later. Agnes is pretty high in the cooking, painting, and she's just starting to figure out the writing skill, if I remember correctly, so her wanting to paint him makes sense. And now what I'm going to have them do also after they exchange rings now, honestly the first thing I'm going to do once he's added to my family is change his outfit, because that thing I cannot abide by. I guess I kind of get the joke, because I guess he died on their honeymoon, so they would have been on vacation if he drowned, so he's in his swim trunks, but they're hideous, and he does not deserve her right now. But I'm going to have them immediately go upstairs and try for a baby, which is very scandalous. I remember me and one of my close friends playing The Sims 2 in middle school and having them woohoo, and my mom coming into the room being like, "What are you having those Sims do?" And us slamming down the laptop and pretending like nothing was happening. But I'm going to have them try for a baby, and hopefully I can have her get pregnant immediately. We'll find out in a couple hours if she gets that nauseous moodlet or not, but I'm truly praying that she does. Something I've noticed about her house is that she has this like truly depressing half-finished nursery in their upstairs, and so I'm gonna start just by, while they're sleeping, I'm gonna fully finish the nursery with the hopes, optimistically, that she is pregnant. So I'm just kind of setting this up right now, and as you can see, I had the move objects cheat on, just to get things set up a little bit nicer, but I'll turn that off so everything in here actually functions. I think I'm going to set it up like a boys' nursery room, because I want to try my hardest to have her have a boy first, and just because in my like 1940s fantasy that I'm trying to create for this girl, I feel like that would be the first thing that they would have. They would want a boy first and then a girl second, and that's it. That's all the kids they get. So we're going to try for that. But I'm just setting up like the perfect, like just classy, super gendered little boy nursery that I possibly can right now. So don't come for me. I understand that like blue and sheep, I guess, aren't an inherently male trait, but that's what we're doing. So true to my word, here I'm going to have Eric change his outfit, because as I was saying, I simply cannot abide by those swim shorts. Honestly, his PJs are kind of heinous too, so those will be going. I just want to give him like a really traditional, like, honey, I'm home kind of dad look. I don't think he needs to look, I'm not going to try and make him look super cute. Just like a professional, put together man that's not in blue flip-flops all the time. So for his formal wear, I'm going to do a similar thing, just trying to make him look nice and put together, because this powder blue suit is an atrocity. Every aspect of this guy's character is an atrocity. I don't really love the hair or the eyebrows that he has going on either, but I will fix that at a later date. I genuinely don't feel like fixing that right now. The outfit's going to be enough for me. What I'm really concerned with more is Agnes in this playthrough, and I think making her husband look presentable is important, so she's not, like, embarrassed. But I'm just trying to speed through this so we can see if she is in fact pregnant or not, which I believe she is. I think right before I started setting up Eric to get dressed, yep, there it is, she had the nauseous moodlet, which is great. She's cooking breakfast for them right now. As I mentioned, she has a fairly high cooking skill, and I only upped it more before I started playing. So she's put the breakfast just directly on the ground and gone to puke, which is lovely. And also, like, classic Sims. She's thrown up and she's also hungry now, which, like, girl, same. Who hasn't been there? So now I'm just having Eric get a job, and I just want him to have like just such a classic dude job, so I'm just getting him something in the business career. When I say dude job, I don't mean like a job a woman couldn't have. I'm literally just talking about if I'm putting myself in the headspace of like a 1940s family. Agnes is in fact pregnant, and she, as I imagined her, wants to have a boy first. So I'm going to go ahead and lock down that desire. And the way that I'm going to make sure that she has a boy first, or at least try my best to make sure she has a boy first, is by going to the grocery store after this and just buying some apples. I read forever ago on the internet, and it's something that just like stuck in my brain, that if you have your sim eat 3 apples during their pregnancy, you are more likely to have a boy. If you have your sim eat 3 watermelons during their pregnancy, they're more likely to have a girl. So I'm really hoping that that's going to pull through for me. It does 90% of the time, but there are times where you have like the odd fluke and it doesn't. So I just had her announce her pregnancy to Eric. He'll think that's amazing. Maybe I'll have him feel her tummy or something. Just ignore that. Ignore my low battery. And then I'm going to have her, like I was saying, just go to the grocery store, and hopefully she will have a boy first. Alright, so I'm having her go to the grocery store, and something that I do like a lot more about The Sims 3 than I liked about The Sims 2, or even the few times I've gotten to play The Sims 4, is that open world. So I love that she can like actually get into her real car and drive to the grocery store, and I can watch that happen in real time. Don't get me wrong, I think Sims 2 is my favorite Sims game of all time, and I've played almost all of them. I haven't gotten to play The Sims 4 very much, but I've played Sims 1, 2, and 3 quite a bit, and I'm so glad that they introduced open world into Sims 3. I really appreciate that. So I'm gonna have her finally paint that portrait of Eric just so I can lock down some more desires for her and truly start giving her this good life. I think we're almost like we're kind of giving that to her right now. And I've jumped ahead a little bit. I'm sorry about that, but it was just a lot of footage of her painting. So the baby's coming now, and I think I usually have my Sims have the baby at home because I'm lazy. I'm gonna have Eric take her to the hospital this time so that she can not have a home birth, and everything will go smoothly. Not that it doesn't ever in The Sims, but you know what I'm saying. We're trying to make this as realistic as possible. Okay, so all of my hard work has paid off. It is a baby boy. I'm gonna name it David just because I feel like David Darling is kind of a funny name, and like very old school America. I'm also need to have them change their last names. I think they're all Crumplebottom right now because I had Agnes propose the marriage interaction, and I just imagined that she would take his last name as soon as he got resurrected, since that's like specifically mentioned in her bio. So I'll take them to town hall later and change that, but I'm just going to give her some time to kind of interact with her baby. One thing I did notice about this kid just while playing just now is that the eyes are all like creepy and messed up. I'm just trying to zoom in for you so you can see. Like, do you see that the eyes are like down in his cheeks and his actual eye sockets are empty? Like, what the? It's just very disturbing. I don't like it one bit, but hopefully that remedies himself once he ages up. So jumping ahead a little bit again, just because there's not a whole lot of interesting stuff to see with the baby life stage, I got a notification that it was Eric's birthday, so I'm just trying to throw them a really classy party where he's hiring a mixologist who's going to invite all of his family over. I guess he doesn't have family, but his coworkers. And Agnes is going to invite her family over, which is Cornelia Goth and her husband Gunther and their son Mortimer, who we all know from The Sims 2. So Cornelia's here right now. I've got Agnes dancing with her because I feel like they would have a really good relationship, even though I'm having them lead very different life trajectories right now. But I like to imagine that they're close, and in the life that she deserves, that's what she's going to get. So it's Eric's birthday, and I'm just going to have him blow out the candles immediately. That will also complete the birthday party. scenario because I've had birthday parties before and everyone's left before I have had my sim age up, and then my parties are garbage, and I can't have that for her right now. So he's just making a drink. I'm gonna get Agnes a drink too, and then we'll see Eric age up. His birthday actually happened to fall on the same day that their baby David is going to age up, so I think after he blows out the candles, I'm just gonna have a separate birthday cake and then have the baby age up also. So it's going to be kind of like a 2-for-1 birthday party, and then I can get a little bit more into the child rearing stuff with Agnes, because I think that's what I want her to do more. She's going to be like this artist, writer, stay-at-home mom, which is just a path that I almost never give her. I almost always have her meeting multiple men, and then the ghost of Eric inexplicably scaring them off or killing them. So this is just, I mean, I've said it 1,000 times, I'm just trying to give her a good life. And that's very difficult for me because it's not my classic Sims play, but it's something new, and just, you know, it'll be fun. So he's aged up now, he's a full adult. I actually had Agnes, I had her eat the ambrosia when I was first making it, before I started recording, just back before I had resurrected Eric, just to make sure that it actually worked and was going to function, and I wasn't going to make a fool of myself. So she's at the beginning of her young adult life cycle, but I think that's fine. You know, she just kind of got some, that's part of it. That's part of making her life better, is making her younger. So I've got the birthday cake for her child now. We're gonna have David blow out the candles. He's just kind of like morphed into Eric's shirt right now, but that's fine. And hopefully, once he ages up, just dragging up his needs right now, I get to pick a trait, which I do not, because I think I left him alone too much. But if you've ever played Sims 3, you know it's very easy to forget that you have a baby up there, because they basically do nothing except for cry and sleep, which I guess is sort of like the real world, but they require much less attention in The Sims 3. So now that he's a toddler, I'm just going to really focus on his parents, kind of like building a really good relationship with him. I'm probably going to end this video right about here, just with her putting him in his crib after the birthday party, and I will pick up next week with some more life stuff. I might install my Generations expansion pack too, so we can see more child rearing. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you subscribe, comment, and come back later this week for the second part of this video. Alright, bye!